Welcome to Pacific English Institute. This is your orientation. Firstly, we have a welcome message, and this is from Pradeep Dakal. He's our principal, and he'd like to say welcome to all of our new students and thank you for choosing us to study and learn English with us. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions about anything at all, we are happy to listen. Our address, as you can see from here, is Level 2, 91 to 95, Rawson Street, Auburn, New South Wales, Australia. Our phone number is here. Our fax is here. Our email is info@pacificenglish.com.au, and our website is www.pacificenglish.com.au. Our reception hours are Monday through to Friday from 8:30 a.m. until 5:30 p.m. These are our staff contacts here. So look, if you have any general questions or you need some study assistance, your teacher should be able to help you. However, if your teacher can't help you, you may need to go to reception. For example, if you need your student ID card, or if you need to make a holiday request, or perhaps you need a health card, you can ask reception for more information about that. So any questions your teacher can't answer, just see reception. For course changes and studying at Pacific College of Technology, just speak to one of our friendly marketing officers or marketing staff. Any attendance problems you may have or special leave requests, again, just see reception. And for personal problems, your teacher or reception should be able to help you. Look, when you go to reception, they will usually direct you to the right person to speak to, and that may be the manager or director of studies. So study materials, our main textbook, or the main textbook you'll find your teacher is using, is Speak Out. It's a really good communicative text, and the Institute actually uses a variety of materials in addition to Speak Out, and your teacher will provide you with all the necessary materials that you need. The courses that we have here are general English courses, and they range in terms of level, and students do an online placement test before they start studying at the college. So you'll receive a link via email and text message basically saying welcome to the college, but you do need to do a placement test before you start studying with us. Now, look, it might be difficult at the very beginning or at the start initially, but students usually settle in a week. And if the class actually feels too difficult or in fact too easy, just communicate with your teacher and we'll look for some kind of possible solution or adjustment. Language etiquette. Look, when you are in an English language classroom, we ask that you stay in English or you speak only in English at all times. Outside, try to use English in every situation and make friends from different countries. Also, be punctual for classes. The reason I mention punctuality is because an English language class is not like a lecture. They're much more interactive. So coming late might result in missing out on the teacher's instructions. And it can take some time to catch up on the activity if you're actually late. So it creates problems not only for the other students in the class who have to wait for you to catch up, but also for the teacher. Our class timetables are as follows. We run classes from Monday through to Wednesday, and on Mondays and Tuesdays the classes go from 9 to 5, and on Wednesday from 9 to 3:45. Wednesday to Friday is the same in terms of the actual hours, and it's 9 to 5 Wednesday to Thursday, and 9 a.m. to 3:45 on Friday. So that's 20 contact hours altogether per week. And I just mentioned that it was 20 hours face-to-face teaching per week for students on an ELICOS or on a student visa who are studying an English language intensive course, and that's what you're studying. At the end of the course, students receive an English certificate signed by the Director of Studies indicating their level of achievement. So this might be intermediate, upper intermediate, or even advanced. Your attendance is important while you are studying here on a student visa, and if you are an ELICOS student, you're required to attend at least 80% of your scheduled course contact hours. If you fall below, or if you drop below 80%, it might actually it might hinder a visa extension. So it might actually prevent you from being able to extend your student visa. Now, medical certificates should be submitted to reception within 2 days if you are absent due to illness. What we usually recommend is that students who are sick get a medical certificate and give a copy to reception, and then they usually retain the original for themselves. So keep the original copy of your medical certificate for yourself. Your attendance, as I said, is important, and warning letters will be given. So we will give warning letters to students who have an overall attendance of between 85 and 80%, and that should actually be 80% to 85%. So we'll give you a warning letter. If your attendance drops below 80%, and that's your overall attendance, then we will issue an intention to report. So make sure your attendance doesn't drop below 80. The contact details, well, look, when you are here, you must tell us within 7 days of any changes to your home address, your phone number, or your email. We really need to have those contact details up to date. So your contact details need to be up to date on our system. And you also we need to inform the overseas health care or health cover provider about changes. Assessment. Well, when you are here, teachers will give you a test, and they will give you weekly tests, and promotion within the class to the next level, or promotion to the next general English level, is based on classwork, homework, and those test results. Look, typically it takes students about 10 weeks to progress from one level to the next. The course entry requirement, well, to start a course at Pacific College of Technology, students must achieve at least 70% at the intermediate level, including test results and in-class speaking and participation. Or, if you've already tested at a higher level, like upper intermediate or even advanced, then you are ready to articulate into a course at Pacific College of Technology. Student ID cards are available at reception, as we mentioned before, and you receive an ID card on your first day at the college. Now, this ID can be used for discounts at museums and other tourist venues. We do have student computer facilities here at Pacific English Institute. The computers are available daily in the classrooms and outside the classrooms. The access, we also do have Wi-Fi, and access to these computers is available, as we mentioned before, from 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. throughout the working week. Now, the login credentials are, the user is guest.student and the password is PCT 2020. Your work rights for international students, well, the work rights for international students are here. So as a student visa holder, you're actually allowed to work 40 hours per fortnight or 24 hours per week on average during term. When you're on a break, you can actually work more than that. So you can work full-time during breaks, and you can check visa conditions and consult DIAC for any clarity. So if you're not sure, perhaps you can contact DIAC. For work, students should obtain a tax file number, so you do need a tax file number to work. And in terms of job searching, well, you can look at websites like seek.com.au, gumtree.com.au, indeed.au is also a good one. And teachers can really help you to not only understand job advertisements, but perhaps even correct your English grammar, spelling, and the way you express yourself when you do apply for a job. Health insurance, well, I should say health and insurance. That's quite important because when you are here, student visa holders, as a student visa holder, you've paid or you should have paid for overseas student health cover, and other people should have travel insurance during their stay. Moving on to first aid now. If first aid is required, so if you do have an accident at the school, contact the nearest staff member as soon as possible, and there is a first aid kit which is available at reception. Harassment and discrimination, well, under New South Wales law, it's against the law actually to harass someone because of their gender, pregnancy, marital status, race, religion, disability, age, homosexuality, or transgender status. So it's against the law to do that. And if you do face discrimination, if you are discriminated against, you should approach reception, and they will refer you to the academic manager or director of studies, and we can look into that further. Some more student visa requirements here. So you must satisfy the course requirements. In other words, you must attend 80% of your classes, and you must also perform academically in a satisfactory manner. In other words, when you're here, you need to study. You can't just turn up and do nothing. So that's quite important. You must inform. So satisfy, inform is the second one. You must inform the institute within 7 days of any change of address. You must maintain, that's the third one here, overseas student health cover. So you must maintain that. And you must contact, contact. This is actually about your contact details. For more details or forms, you can contact reception, and you can call DIAC or visit the DIAC website for more information. Holidays. So if you want to take a holiday, please submit a holiday request form at reception at least 2 days before your intended holiday. And for counselling and support, well, look, if you have any personal problems, you can speak to your teacher or anybody else at the college. Appointments can be made with the manager at reception, and confidentiality will always be maintained. In other words, if you have a problem that you don't want to tell anybody else, we will keep that information confidential, and we won't go and tell other people about it. A professional counselling service is available to all learners or to all students, and we can refer you to an external counselling service if needed. For academic issues, consult your teacher or the academic manager at reception. Your teacher, as I said before, will be able to or should be able to help you in every instance. But if they can't, speak to reception, and they will tell you who the right person to speak to is. And grievance forms are available at reception. So if you do have any problems that haven't been sorted out yet, so if your teacher can't help you and no other staff member can help you, and perhaps the academic manager can't help you, then you can get a grievance form. And if the problem is still not resolved, in other words, if we still can't help you, or if you still don't feel like you have been helped, then you can contact an external mediation service such as the Overseas Student Ombudsman. Now, while you are here, you should not be under the influence of any alcohol or drugs, and you will be asked to leave class if in fact you are, if your teacher does think you are under the influence of alcohol or drugs. A counselling session will be held with the student, and repeated behaviour could or will lead to enrollment cancellation. This is a non-smoking building, so please do not smoke inside the building. And eating and drinking, you're allowed to eat in the common area, which is lovely. It's on level 2, and there's a common area where you can eat and have lunch and chat to other students. And you can speak to your teacher about the best places to eat around Auburn. Food and drinks, well, yeah, again, consult your teacher and they can let you know where you can buy food, drinks, and coffee, actually. There's some places where you can get some nice coffee around the college. And mobile phones should be kept on silent while you're in class, just out of respect for the other students and your teacher while you're studying. Of course, it is possible to use mobile phones while studying. We can interact. We can use mobile phones to learn and help us. They can be used as a tool to learn English. But do keep them on silent whilst you're in class. And further study, as we mentioned before, you can extend or you can study more at Pacific College of Technology. So you can do diploma courses or certificate courses at PCT, and you can do this after you finish your English course. And please speak to reception for more information about that, and they'll refer you to the right person. As I mentioned before, PCT or Pacific College of Technology offers courses in business, accounting, and IT, and entry to Pacific College of Technology requires 70% or higher on an intermediate level test. Or in fact, the bottom line is you need to be at upper intermediate, or you need to be deemed as being upper intermediate level to enter into a course at Pacific College of Technology. So living in Sydney is great. The Sydney weather is quite mild, so it's not too hot, not too cold. It's just right. The winter temperatures between June and August, well, they rarely drop below 13 degrees. And in summer, the temperatures are around, well, they're in the mid-20s, so not too hot, not too cold. We do get up there into the 30s in the summer, and the summer ranges between the months of December and February. The average monthly temperatures, however, and rainfall can be provided in tables online or in that student orientation manual, which you can find on the website. Transport in Sydney includes buses, trains, and ferries, and Auburn Station is conveniently located across the road from the school. Teachers can help with understanding timetables and providing more information. So we are located very close to the train station, which makes it very easy to get to the school and also to get back home. So Sydney is generally safe, but some guidelines just to stay out of trouble include, avoid carrying a lot of money. Keep your PINs confidential. So if you have any PINs for your banking, keep them confidential. Avoid counting money near ATMs. Avoid dark streets or parks at night. Don't leave valuables unattended on the beach or in the classroom. And carrying a knife in public is illegal in Sydney. When you're carrying a backpack with valuables, it's advisable to wear it on the front. Although, look, these are just kind of some tips and some general pieces of advice. I think common sense will prevail, and I think if you're aware of your surroundings, just be careful and you should be fine, because as I said, Sydney is generally safe. And banking in Australia, this is I think one of the last slides. We have 4 main banks in Australia: the Commonwealth Bank, Westpac, NAB, ANZ. Those are the 4 main banks that we know of, and for the nearest bank details, you can consult your teacher or reception to find out where the nearest bank is in and around Auburn. That's pretty much it, guys. Thank you very much for listening. Please ask your teacher or one of our friendly staff at Pacific English Institute if you have any questions whatsoever. Thanks for listening to me, and bye for now.